Hello everyone, it's Richard Lewis here again with another video. Haven't done one for a few days, been busy, lots of stuff going on. You're going to find out about that soon, no doubt. But today I'm going to be doing a video on a topic that I probably spend most of my time talking about, writing about, been doing it for years. It's just exhausting and tiring, but it never ends. And that is esports bullshit. Just good old-fashioned esports bullshit, because every fucking day there's a new way that the people out there are looking to scam you and take advantage of you and basically use this thing we built to line their fucking pockets, and they don't give a fuck about what happens. They'll damage the ecosystem and they'll go off sailing away with a load of money, and people will just be like, well, we got rid of those guys, and then along comes the next guys and everyone goes, well, surely this time it's legit. You've got to have more fucking awareness. So, look, just as you all know where this is headed, you'll probably know already from the fucking title if you clicked on it. Cryptocurrency, obviously, is the next wave of scams that are coming. You know, we did in-game virtual items, and then that became skin casinos, and then we had case openings, you know, sort of, and then case openings became microtransactions and everything else. Well, now here in esports land, it's going to be the cryptocurrency, and you'll have seen lots of people get into crypto trading. All of a sudden, they change their bios. I'm a crypto enthusiast. Yeah. You're a fucking money enthusiast. You want to make money at other people's expense. We get it. It's fine. Just be honest about it, you predatory pieces of shit. But yes, everyone's talking about crypto, and you're going to see a wave of just these terrible, unsustainable cryptocurrency things. And here's something you all got to remember, right? When you see these ICOs, that's initial coin offerings, come in, and people are basically saying, hey, if you invest now, you'll get, you know, bigger value, the token will be worth this, but we need your money up front. Well, all they're doing is effectively crowdfunding a project they couldn't get venture capital for. That is it. That is why they're becoming so popular right now, because it gives you the illusion that you have some tangible value, like stock, in something. It's worthless. It's garbage. It's you've got to really watch out for what's happening. I'm sure, you know, for me, it's all bullshit, honestly. I suppose I have to pretend. Some of it's all right. I don't really believe that. I might say that from time to time. Not what I really believe. I think it's all bullshit. Grade A bullshit. But I'm going to tell you about the fucking biggest load of bullshit I have seen dumped in the fucking field for some fucking time by the biggest bull. And I'm going to talk to you about esports.com. Now, you probably hadn't noticed esports.com, because to me, when I initially saw that the URL esports.com had been bought, I just assumed this was like the old days of the internet, where some speculative chancer had bought the URL because they saw, hey, esports is getting big, guys. So if I buy esports.com, maybe I can sell that URL to somebody and make a load of money on it. And then I looked at the page and I was like, what is this shit? And it just reeked. I mean, yeah, there was a lot of esports people that had a laugh about it. You know, I remember laughing about it with Scootsy Wootsy. That's Scoots to you. We were having a little fucking chuckle about just how nonsense it was. And then this happened. Burr, 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 burr. Like, Astralis, that's Astralis. The Refresh owned, or is it player owned? You decide. Esports organization that's been sponsored by the likes of Audi in the past has entered into a new record-breaking long-term partnership, according to esports.com. Now, I have to assume this is genuine, because Astralis' social media team put this out there, and there's statements from Astralis' staff in there. But I'm going to show you over the course of the video why this is an absolute travesty. And listen, it just goes to show you what I've been saying for years. Esports organizations will just take money from any old fucker. They don't care where it comes from. We probably had organizations sponsored by fucking Blood Diamonds, and no one gives a fuck as long as it's, oh, finally, I get to live my little millionaire fantasy. Oh, it's so, I don't care about where it comes from. It's just so pathetically greedy. But anyway, esports.com is pleased to announce a new partnership with Astralis, which will bring together the ambitious platform for esports and Astralis, who is supported by the esports and digital entertainment powerhouse Refresh Entertainment. Jakob Lund, co-founder of Refresh Entertainment and Executive Vice President Sales, comments, "We have entered into an agreement with esports.com that will secure both parties massive and creative exposure and include a range of new ways of activating a partnership deal. Esports.com is investing to become the new go-to platform for everything esports with unique content and experiences to all their users, and we and Refresh Entertainment share their way of thinking." Oh my, don't you just. Over the past 16 months, Astralis has grown to become a major esports brand, and we are continually investing to develop new and unique content around the brand. This is something we will exploit further, great word, with esports.com, who has shown a great commitment to the partnership by contributing to the biggest ever partnership for both Astralis and Refresh Entertainment. We have agreed not to go into details. I do not blame you, but esports.com is investing well into the 7 digits in this multi-year deal. So, well into the 7 digits, over $1 million. All right, we'll get to why that's problematic. And then the new esports CEO, newly appointed, as you'll see. We've been looking for a strong partner who can help further establish esports.com and bring exposure to the site and brand. Having been in dialogue with a range of organizations, I can only say we have found the strongest one out there, and we are very happy to finally announce the partnership with Astralis, made possible by Refresh Entertainment. The partnership with Astralis and Refresh is a significant investment, but we also expect a lot in return. Astralis will help us drive awareness and eyeballs to esports.com, which will be a key hub for all esports enthusiasts out there. I mean, so far, it's just a shit website with a bunch of news that nobody's reading. It doesn't do anything. There's no functionality to it. It's pretty much a series of splash pages, but I'm sure you're gonna, with all your money, definitely knock Twitch, owned by Amazon. I can't even say it. Off the top spot. You got it. You got this on lockdown, guys. It will be the future hub of exclusive esports content with updates, tickets, tournaments, and merchandise all in one place. We just started the platform, and we will see a lot of new features on esports.com over the coming months. We decided to announce a partnership now, as we want to bring attention to the site and invite every fan of esports, every player, and every organization to be part of our journey. All right, let's get back. That's the statement. So let me tell you, you're probably thinking, well, hang on, Richard, mate. You're out of fucking control as per usual. You've done several videos on Refresh. We don't really trust you to have an unbiased opinion on this matter. We're on to you, okay? Well, yep, fine. You and all the other idiots can say and think that. But if I was to explain to you what esports.com is, I can't do it. And you'll notice neither can they. They've just said it is going to be the hub for all things esports. Could you be a little bit more specific? Because that's kind of fucking vague, isn't it, right? So, if you want to know what esports.com is, you should go to the white paper. Now, the problem with this is, when me and Scoots were laughing about this company way back when, their white paper was completely different. Originally, they wanted to be an interactive broadcasting platform with gambling functionality where you could watch the games and gamble with tokens that they own and control that you've bought and paid for live. Like in talking Twitch, like a Twitch style chat, and gamble away. That was the original plan. And then that just disappeared from the white paper. It's almost as if you have to get licenses for that kind of thing, and there's all sorts of legal shit you need to know. It's almost as if you have to be, incredibly wealthy and incredibly competent to set up an online gambling site. I mean, if you think about the fall of like online poker, what that happened in the US because of the US gambling laws, I'm not sure these guys are going to be able to find the fucking loopholes that big poker couldn't. All right, whatever. But that was the original plan. And then they changed it. And now the white paper, it reads, like, if you've ever wrote an essay when you were at school and you didn't really have anything to say, or didn't even know what the book was about, or didn't read the book, and you were just like, fuck, I'm going to pad this out by saying bullshit. This is what their white paper looks like. It is like a teenage kid wrote this to try and get a high mark without ever reading the book. It is nonsense. I'll just show it to you. Because I like my businesses that want investment. Again, I'm old-fashioned, I know. I like my businesses to sort of have a plan and not just be a bunch of jargon and buzzwords. Again, I'm crazy, I know. But let's just have a look at it. Here's the white paper. It's very nice, very pretty. So let's have a look. All right, so first of all, in the section 2.4, which is what technology they're going to use, they obviously name drop the buzzword that pretty much guarantees people are going to pay attention to you at the moment, and that is blockchain. Everyone's super excited about blockchain technology, which is in itself hilarious because there is no sort of defined term as to what blockchain-based technology means. There's different definitions. You can go look that up if you don't believe me and you think I don't know what I'm talking about, but I've read about it quite a bit. And different people have different definitions of what it is. But just by saying the word blockchain, everyone goes, oh, blockchain. Oh, yes, blockchain's the future. Yes, I heard that. I heard that on the news. So they throw that in there. It is not made clear anywhere else in the white paper how they will use blockchain and what for. You can just see here, look. We will use the most advanced blockchain-based technology to deliver a fully transparent environment for the esports space. Well, blockchain and transparency, what does that mean? We are currently working on this solution that will be developed over the next month. Okay, great. In addition, our goal is to create a fully automated platform which will dramatically increase ease and transparency of financial operations in the content creation process. Again, not really sure what that means, but okay. In the long run, most or all of the content on our platform will be open source. Content creators will be ranked and paid based on their post view count and organic user engagement. By who? For what? Okay. So that's the technology. I mean, that to me should be really specific, right? But it's just the vision section where it's like you realize something is very wrong, okay? Vision. Everything we do, we believe in unification and convenience. We value time, and it's important for us to give our visitors the opportunity to preserve on it and make their life easier. The way we do it is by creating a platform that will incorporate a beautiful, simple-to-use design that is also user-friendly. The name of this platform is esports.com, and if something is related to esports, you can be confident it'll be covered on it. We believe in things that work and do exactly what they are stating to do. An airplane brings people from point A to point B. A violin creates pleasant sound. A light bulb gives light. Our vision is to create a unified place for every aspect of esports, a journey within esports that starts and ends with esports.com. Right? Okay. Right. Sure, this is where. It's on this page. This is where they're going to explain it. A journey starts with a single step. This is real. This is their white paper. A journey starts with a single step, and then it goes through multiple stages, a long road and many obstacles. We envision that every visitor on our platform should be able to complete their journey without leaving esports.com. Whether they are an esports enthusiast or a complete novice to the scene, they should be able to find everything they're looking for at a glance. Esports constitutes one of the very few global spaces which are almost 100% digital and accessible. This new space is fully developed and functional, at the same time swelling with potential. The mission of esports.com will be to ensure that the most technologically advanced sport on the planet has the best platform to live and grow on that's equally advanced. Blockchain technology is a true game changer, which will continue to disrupt and substitute classic models one environment at a time. We believe a platform such as the one we aim to create absolutely needs to be well organized, intuitive, secure, and transparent. That word again. It's almost as if they're trying to subliminally plant that this is all legitimate in your mind. In many regards, such as track records, association possibilities, and the digital application of democratic principles, blockchain technology, that word again, will help us achieve a balance between control and accessibility, giving our users the freedom to contribute within the fair limits of our vision and strategy. That's the vision. Do you know what they do yet? Does anyone know what they fucking do yet? Does anyone know what the website's going to do yet? It's fucking gibberish, isn't it? It's just gibberish. I couldn't believe it. That isn't even the first iteration of the gibberish. But I'm like, okay, this is a company that has launched. It must have some serious backing behind it. They're doing 7-figure sponsorship deals with, big organizations. So sure. They've got money. So there was a report that came out, and I'll just show you the report link so you can go there and see what they did in terms of their own investigations. It's a small cryptocurrency blog, from what I can tell, and it's called the Financial Telegram. And they looked into this particular, website or offering. They did a bunch of sort of, hang on, I'll just bring up the image. Actually, that's easier. They went round and showed how the parent company of Veltico owns and interacts esports.com. So when they put out their ICO offering, they were talking about it like it was a really big success. Like their parent company Veltico has been exploring cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, and they just keep banging on about it and constantly talking about it. And as a result, because everyone's a fucking moron, their stock just goes up because they're just saying the right words right now to make your stock go up. Don't worry, when the cryptocurrency market completely collapses and it gets regulated out of existence, all of this is going to be a wash. It's going to be completely worthless. But this is just a report from Business Insider, where Veltico stocks jumped 20% after it says it's getting blockchain and technology. And you can see here there's a little write-up about, the stock and everything else. So they launched on the market, and they said, hey, we want to raise $20 million. That was their original plan. They're going to increase it to $60 million. So I was like, well, fuck, dude. I mean, there's a sucker born every minute. So they must have raised a lot of money. Well, they didn't, actually, according to that report. And you can see here, this is a place called Token Market that shows you when it was launched. It was launched on the 1st of November 2017. They wanted to raise $20 million in a month. They closed on the 30th of November. Well, actually, what they raised was well below 1 million. In fact, I think the exact number was in the region of about 800,000, and or thereabouts. But basically, they just didn't get anywhere near what they initially wanted to get. So, all right, okay, it's a failed project, no biggie. But then suddenly they started representing that they had raised $5 million, and you're like, well, hang on a minute, who's paid that money? And according to that report on the Financial Telegram that I just showed you, the $5 million actually came from all of the Veltico employees, the Veltico group, and the people who were going to work on esports.com. And they just represented that this was actual, genuine investment from external sources. And it just wasn't at all. So this $5 million that they've supposedly raised, it's come from themselves, and that's problematic. That's problematic for a variety of reasons. Again, I'll take you back to the report and assume that it's just going to open here, and you can see that this report here says it talks about the Veltico and how the stock went up. And it seems that Veltico's idea was to use the cryptocurrency and ICO hype to upgrade its own brand and drive market capitalization north. Veltico's public relation is nearly non-existent, and the information provided is mostly misleading. These guys have obviously never heard about appropriate disclosure policies. It talks about Benjamin Fockesberger, who we'll talk about in a second, and Philip Geppert, are named as the official founders of the blockchain startup esports.com. The startup conducted a mediocre ICO in 2017, issuing its Ethereum-based esports reward token, which it calls ERT. It says here, actually, that esports.com raised next to nothing. So maybe the 800,000 was greatly exaggerated. And here it confirms that the $5 million that they supposedly got in private token placement pretty much came from the Veltico group and its friends. It also goes on to say here, the obvious intention was to push the ICO and induce potential ICO investors to buy the ERT token, but the plan didn't work, and the ICO was a big failure, even though Fokkesberger and Gepert toured the globe and presented themselves as sort of esports celebrities. Then in this section here, misappropriated money, disappointed investors, and a destroyed brand, says the esports.com white paper explained that the ERT token can be used to bet on esports events, but they've cancelled that ability. So nobody really knows what the point of the ERT token is, because it was meant to be betting income, and therefore the investors who invested initially in this have been completely misled in what the project was all about. So that is obviously an issue there, and I can confirm, yes, they're involved in all sorts of legal nonsense in the background. But let's not get into that, right? Let's not get into that just yet. Let's do this other bit. Let's do this other bit you've got. Phantom sponsorships. Now, how do you spot scams? I've been doing this for years. Companies that aren't legit will pretend they're in partnerships with companies who are legit to boost their own reputation and standing. It is a scam as old as time. You will see in esports, many companies will claim to be sponsored by companies that didn't pay them a penny. I saw this going way back to even like the CGS. The CGS in the UK and Europe expansion franchises claimed to be sponsored by companies they were simply not sponsored by. They put their logos out there. Nobody said a fucking word. Free advertising, I guess. And that was just how it worked, right? So you will see this a lot in esports. People will go, oh, yeah, I'm sponsored by this company. And then you contact that company and they go, we don't know who the fuck that is. And it's just it's a scam as old as time itself. So I'm like, who are they partnered with? Well, they claim to be partners with ESL, and they like the idea of being partnered with ESL so much, they did a promotional video about it. And I'm going to show you this promotional video. It's 56 seconds long. I'm sure they'll try and DMCA this. It's fair use. I'll even do commentary over the top of it, and my pictures on the top of it. So it's definitely fair use. But, yeah, come at me, bros. Come at me with your DMCA bullshit. Let's have a look. Big music. Live events we had nothing to do with. Professional players, we don't know how we're going to be involved in this at all. They're simple. Yeah, we ended up with a partnership with these guys. It's right. It's nonsense. Dun 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 dun. I should have full screened it. Whatever. Dun 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 dun. Right, okay, good. All Counter-Strike so far, right? OJ Borg, just there. All right, are you ready? Okay, cool. Yes, brilliant. That is also the opening line of Korn's song Blind. Right, but what the fuck does this mean? What does it mean? So, read the comment here. Gaming is life, and life is a constant thrill. Esports.com is taking life and its thrill to a whole new level, partnering up with ESL to bring you esports tournaments and much more. Follow our ICO and participate. Become a part of the ecosystem that will usher in a new era for esports in the gaming industry. The Esports.com team is ready to show you how far the thrill can go together with ESL and all of its partners. So I'm like, you're partnered with ESL. Now I know ESL are legit. They might not always be the most popular company out there, but they're legit. So I contacted ESL. And ESL are like, nah, the partnership we have is we allowed them to use our footage for that video. That's the extent of the partnership. We agreed to let them have media assets. And I'm like, no, but I mean, they're saying it's powered by. And they were just like, don't know. We said they could use some footage. Don't take it from me. Because, again, there's always one idiot out there on Reddit who doesn't understand how journalism works. But where's your source? Where's the source for that? Are you going to name your source? No, I'm not going to name my fucking private sources, how I need to protect, am I? Obviously, I'm not going to do that. But why? Where can you link to anywhere else? Anyone said it. Well, no, I'm doing original reporting. But somebody else must have said, right, fine, fuck you. I will link you to somebody else accurately reporting it, because ESL went on the record and said, we are not in a partnership with these guys. Look, here it is. No. Right, here it is. Should you be buying into esports ICOs? This is on the Esports Observer. You remember the Esports Observer? This was the publication that didn't disclose they had a financial relationship with Jens Hilger's VC group, Bitcraft Holdings. Yes, you go look at my other videos because I cover conflict of interest. And here it talks about how the ICOs are the latest bubble and blah, 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 blah. And down you go. I just want to find the ESL comment here. Where was it? It's definitely in here. Hang on. I want to show you the exact quote, so you can't say I'm doing anything untoward. Right, here it is. Is it an established company with a solid reputation? So we scroll down to here, product for business. Here it is. Is it an established company with a solid reputation? Talking about esports.com. It is a new company, but its founders do appear to be all executives from related fields, entertainment and gambling. Also critical to its success, the company is claiming to be in a partnership with established esports companies, primarily ESL. I reached out to ESL on the nature of its partnership, and they thankfully clarified the only deal we have with them is regarding using our non-live, archived content. We are not partners in any other sense in the word, nor am I aware of ESL planning to use ERT as a currency for any of our products and services. Right. Okay, then. So this would be what we call in the journalist business absolute out-and-out outrageous lies. It's outrageous lies. They're not partnered with ESL, no more than if I asked permission to use some footage in my video. Would I be ESL's partners? We're not financial partners. We're not business partners. I'm just using footage. So it's an outrageous lie. They're not partnered with ESL, which, again, also why I'm super surprised Astralis agreed to be partnered with them. They also lied about another sponsorship. If you go to the, they put out, there's this thing called PR Newswire, and it looks official because it's basically where you put your press releases. So understand that the people who write these things on PR Newswire are the companies themselves that are trying to promote the companies. That's why as a resource it can be inadvertently hilarious, because you get to see all the terrible bullshit people have written about themselves. So here we are, PR Newswire. Esports.com, a major esports platform, is on its way. And it says here, we're doing a market launch with a Bundesliga top match, Bayer Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. It talks about how it's got advertising in that game. I mean, again, anyone could buy advertising for anything. I could advertise just me on that game. Hey everyone, I'm Richard Lewis. I'm fucking awesome. I could just pay for that advertising space and have that. It's not legitimacy by any stretch of the imagination, but it also says here, there are existing corporations such as the App Store Overwolf. Now, I've used some Overwolf apps down the years, quite popular with Hearthstone players, because Crip uses something for drafting an arena. It shows you which cards are the best to draft contextually. So you'll often see that in Crip's YouTube videos. Do like Crip, think he's a good YouTuber, big fan. But here's the problem. If they're partners with Overwolf don't know about it. I tried to reach out to Overwolf directly. They didn't get back to me for an official statement. But I'll just show you. This is their website with their partners on. Crip, Cloud9, Team Liquid, Publican Games, TeamSpeak. Weird. There's no esports.com there, is there? All right, maybe they just haven't updated their website. I mean, sure, esports.com has lied about the biggest name partner it has, but yeah, no, we shouldn't judge them too harshly on that, should we? So then I looked at their social media. And another good way to spot scam companies that don't have legitimate followings, or nobody's interested in them, or are representing themselves to be bigger than what they actually are. you will notice on their social media, they will have lots of followers, but not a lot of engagement. So this is another key giveaway here. Lots of followers, but not a lot of engagement. So I went to their Facebook page, and I was like, you know, let's check this out, because nobody knows who these guys are, right? So they won't have any followers, because why would they have followers? So you can see here immediately, scroll down, 15,000 people like this. That's pretty big. I mean, 15,000 Facebook followers is not bad. I mean, I'm at about 3,000. Sure, I don't necessarily use Facebook, but I'm at about 3,000, 4,000. I've been around a while, so fuck me. These guys got a lot of interest going on for sure, and there's no way they could just be buying likes or anything on Facebook, because there's definitely no products or services that offer that. But then it's like you go to the interaction, and it's like, wait a minute, none of these posts, like 1 like, 2, 3 likes. Do you know what I mean? There's just no one's posting, no one's liking. It's got a grand total of 48 reviews. I'll wager if I looked up some of these names, there will be friends of the people who work at the company. But you've got 15,000 followers almost. Like, where's the interaction? People like to interact, right? Like, I get more interaction than that with a fraction of your followers. So, and all I generally use my Facebook for is like just put my videos up on there. And I don't even do that often because I'm fucking lazy and stupid. So, I'm not really. I'm awesome. But anyway. So, okay, well, that's just a Facebook page. Facebook's dying anyway. We all saw that Cambridge Analytica bullshit. Zuckerberg out there apologizing. People are closing down their Facebook accounts. Maybe it's something to do with that. Must be. Because I'm sure their Twitter account is absolutely jumping. I'm sure it's absolutely thriving. So, here they are. 6,174 followers as of the time of recording this video. No interaction. No interaction. No interaction. 1 like. 1 like. Ooh, busy day at the office. 2 likes. Fucking hell, 3 likes? 6,000 you know, what's wrong with this picture? Right? All right. What about the YouTube videos? So we saw the YouTube channel there with the amazing, you know, it was really good. So if you go to the YouTube channel, I'll just bring that up. There it is again. Let's have a look at some of their videos, right? Because they must have like just loads of interaction. I mean, as it stands, their channel is 3,000 subscribers. All right, and then when you look at videos like this, like, I mean, again, the insanity of what they're just putting out there. Like, look at this one. I didn't even notice this, actually. Welcome to the family, ESL. You're not in the family! Then there is no family. They just gave you permission to use the shit in the video. They're not partners. They publicly said this. So, welcome to the family. Look at this. 10,000 views from 3,000 subscribers. And comments, 12. And the less said about the comments, probably the better. It's just there's something wrong with this. It's all right, whatever. I can't prove that there's something untoward going on there. So, yeah, you know, we'll let that one go. Let's talk about the next thing. So, you're a company. You have raised millions, apparently. You've raised 5 million of totally genuine investment that definitely came from external sources. So, you could certainly afford to pay your staff for doing these promotional videos. There's just no doubt about it. In fact, you've even said that the money you're raising is to build the platform and to pay for those materials, right? So keep in mind, that is what you've said it is for. And you should be spending investors' money on what you say you're going to spend it on for a variety of reasons, a lot of them legal. So let's have a look. Wait, this is a report on Twin Galaxies. Now, the formatting's all fucked up, because XSplit is a terrible program. But you'll get the gist of this. Basically, this is esports.com allegedly owes multiple employees months' worth of pay. And this is an interview with a guy called Dan Thompson. And he's owed loads of money because they're not paying the people the money that they owe. Now, I won't leave that up there because it's all messed up and horrible. But again, I'll put the link in the description. Let me give you the cliff notes. So Dan Thompson is a freelance video editor. He was offered a role to make videos for esports.com. He did the work. He made several videos. I've spoken to him. He has provided me proof that he made these videos. And they owed him about, I think in the end, well, they agreed to pay him $25. So they owed him thousands for the work he'd put into these videos. And then they stopped paying him. And wouldn't pay him at all. Now, in esports, as you know, the squeaky wheel gets the grease, which is why the code of silence is so ridiculous. I don't know why we do it the way we do in esports, where everyone keeps everyone's secrets to the grave and liars and thieves get away with it for years as a result. You should always speak out about these things. So credit to Dan Thompson for doing that. Here he is. He actually said here, he felt compelled to come out in public and say, do not accept jobs from these people because they owe me money. So don't accept jobs from esports.com. They hired me for videos promising $3,000 to $4,000 a month. After working with them part-time for almost 2 months, I have never got a single cent. They are profiting on my videos. Don't worry about that so much. I don't know if they are, but okay, principle stands. They are also a cryptocurrency scam. This industry is a tough nut to crack. I've written for sites, not gotten paid, which sucks. If exposure was a real currency, I'd be drowning in wealth. The opportunity I thought I had with esports.com was considered life-changing and had been eating away at me. And esports.com replied, I mean, by the way, resolve this. Don't do this. Why don't you tweet that we are contacting you, trying to solve this issue for weeks? Why don't you tweet that you have nothing but a $300 bill sent to a freelance formerly related to us via PayPal? Why don't you respond to our mails? And then he replied with, why don't you take down the videos I made? Or are you just going to keep those up? What about the various other people you fired? What about Ben Cratch, who you also owe $5,000? And they said, we will certainly take down the videos. Unfortunately, we have little to no evidence which ones they are. And he said, check the emails I sent you months ago. And I've seen these emails. There's just no way they couldn't know what videos he made. He's got fucking screenshots of the videos that he edited. They're there. You can see exactly which ones they are. Have a look for yourself. Here's one of them. Is this not enough to identify the video, maybe? I think it is. But what do I know? I'm just an esports journalist, right? So they owe this guy money. And he has to go public. And Twin Galaxies write up about it. And it turns out they owe a bunch of people a bunch of money. Now that seems strange to me. Because if you're a company that's just raised $5 million, you could probably afford to pay your bills. Hell, you just went into a partnership with ESL. You just went into a partnership with Overwolf. Is this not making you money? Then maybe your business model's a bit fucked up. I might go so far as to suggest. But they did pay him in the end. But there's a little bit of a sting in the tail. Because after they paid Dan Thompson, or rather after they agreed to pay Dan Thompson, they then said that if he wants the money, he must get Twin Galaxies to take down the negative article about them. And Dan Thompson said, nah, you can't really do that, can you? And Twin Galaxies, as journalists, a guy called Nicholas Barth, he went, nah, that really isn't how it works. And they were trying to refuse to pay him until that article was taken down, which tells you something else. They want to raise more money. Because why would their reputation matter if they had all the cash? Right? They're trying to cover up what they are, which is fucking slithery, awful, slimy snakes of the highest order. Dan Thompson stood resolute, got his money And the article stands up even if XSplit can't display it properly. So, does it end there? I mean, is this not enough to demonstrate that this reeks to high heaven? Okay, then. Let me go to one step further. Remember all this reporting about how they raised this money and how it might have came from people within the group? Well, it looks like the rats are starting to leave the sinking ship, and they are now turning around and trying to say, hey, we were victims too, y'all. We were victims too. And I hate it when this happens. People who were like, oh, we're going to work on a scam, are we? Wicked. I'm in there. And then they get fucked over. And then they go, they scam me as well. Not quite. Not quite. You little tinker. Huh? Right? So here you go. This is one of those names. You already saw it mentioned. So here is Mr. Benjamin Fockersberger on LinkedIn saying, dear friends, due to numerous inquiries, I would like to clarify I am currently talking with the other parties of the esports.com project regarding my remaining in the project. The reasons for these talks are differences between me and in particular the investors of the project. Accordingly, I did not actively participate in the developments of the last 6 weeks. Further details will follow in due course. So, all right then. He's out, and there's obviously some creative differences or something. Probably it's to do around the betting thing. They originally were going to be a betting platform, as they said, and they were going to be based in Malta to get around betting laws and stuff, but then they decided against that. But now, on top of that, this guy was on Facebook saying he was embroiled in legal battles with this company, esports.com, after he had been replaced. And you can see here, after the Twin Galaxy report came out, somebody asked him, you left the company a while ago, do you know anything about them owing money to lots of employees? And he said, I can just say I am in a shareholder level fight with the investor on a lawyer level. I am not allowed to say anything at this point, but yes, I know more about it. As soon as this is solved, I will share my side of the story. And then this person comes in, fucking Macho Man Randy Savage from the top fucking rope. Oh yeah, you knew with who you are dealing with. Hang on, let me just zoom in for you there. Can I hold it up? God, XSplit is fucking lame. Anyway, I'll just read that to you. So yes, it says, you knew with who you were dealing with. Insiders in the public warned everyone about it. While you were still an active founder, you called all these people fake news. Now you step back, got all the dirt on your hands, and karma-wise, you seem to have yourself problems. That's what happens if you sell your soul for some shiny things, and later they cash in with no regard to you or anyone else. I don't know how anyone like you can sleep at night knowing you scammed hundreds of people and even fell yourself victim to this train wreck. I wish no harm to anyone, but don't tell now the public you're on the side of the victims. Stand your ground, take responsibility for the fact that you destroyed private savings from people, some of them might even be in this group, people that trusted you and believe the bogus you were selling. Unless you make a full public statement, support the legal claims against your crooked business partners in the background, reveal all the illegal shit you guys ran, you're not a victim. You're a criminal and complicit in all things. There is only one way to wash your hands clean from this. A lawyer to save your own ass rather than that of the hundreds of people you caused damage to is not the way. You end it as you started it, all to your own interest at the expense of our industry. Now, that's a very good point, isn't it? Because if Mr. Fockersberger wanted to make himself look like an innocent party, it definitely doesn't help that he himself was one of the people that was kind of out there promoting, the fake sponsorships and whatnot. He did a series of interviews, and as was said earlier in the video, did all these tours and was getting up there and was talking about these, non-existent partnerships with the likes of ESL and everything else. So this is a fucking mess. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, if you think this company is legit in any way after all of this, and this is the tip of the iceberg, by the way. I am going deeper into this because I believe there's some very untoward stuff that's happened that isn't just non-payment of this and lying about that. I think there's something actually very wrong. then again, I can't help you out here. The bottom line, as I see it, is that this now should really give Astralis pause for thought. They might be paying you a lot of money, but it's probably never going to fucking materialize unless it's already in your bank. And then you need to ask yourself the question, where did it come from? How did they raise it? Are they a reliable partner? They're already lying about a bunch of shit out there and not paying their fucking employees. Maybe it'll be you one day as well. And then just finally, even if none of that was true and the money was going into your bank, Astralis, and it was all there, you are a brand that is well respected in the space. For good or ill, everybody in the Counter-Strike scene respects Astralis. You've been associated with some big sponsorship deals. Your team has won a major championship. They are role models and icons to people. And when you tacitly support a company that wants to come into the space and just rip people off, you are saying we're okay with that as long as we get a paycheck from it. I don't think you should stand for that. I would never stand for that. So I sincerely hope you revise this partnership, even if it means you might be a little bit out of pocket. And to everybody else, avoid esports.com like the plague. I've been around scams a lot. I have written about scams a lot. I can spot them a fucking mile off, and this one isn't even hard to spot. Hopefully by laying all of this out there for you, you can see yourself that this is grade A bullshit, and you should give all these motherfuckers a wide berth. Anyway, there you go. Now you know. I'll see you on the next video.